Alrighty then. Let's have a chat about university pathways. So as a careers advisor for the last 20 years, one of the questions that I always get asked is, can I use this qualification, my vocational qualification and skills, to get me into a university degree? And if so, how many credits? So it's all about the credits. It's all about the time that you can be exempt from your university studies. Now, the answer to all those questions is yes, of course. You can use your qualification to get you into university. You can use your diploma to get you into university. Now, let me explain this to you. University, when you're studying a vocational course, you will have, at a diploma level, you're studying at an AQF level 5. So what this means is that if, for example, if you do a diploma of leadership and management and want to use that course to get you into university, into maybe like a Bachelor of Business, you may receive up to 80 credit points. So ACBC has 9 courses, and we'll run through those courses again. So we have the Diploma of Community Services, the Diploma of Counselling, Early Childhood Education, Paralegal Studies, Business, Leadership and Management, Marketing, Social Media, and Travel and Tourism. Now, with all of our diploma qualifications, we actually have an articulation agreement with 3 universities. However, guys, the qualification is nationally recognised. So what that means to you is recognised throughout industry, right across our country, but also recognised throughout every university as a diploma of business or early childhood and so on. So applying to university, what you're actually saying, and particularly if you're going to follow the same sort of pathway, what you're actually saying to that university, have a look at my skills, have a look at my diploma qualification. And now, how much credit will you give me? Now, I mentioned to you approximately 80 credit points. So let's break down the courses that we have on campus, and we'll talk about the credit points per course. And I'll also give you an idea of what students have articulated into at a university level as well. So this has been over a number of years, as I said, as a careers advisor, but it's an example of the pathways that our students have taken over the years, and it may give you some ideas to have a think about. So community services, most of our students will do something in this sector, and it might be something like social work or social science or community welfare, maybe even something like policing. Now, if you choose something like social work, again, you might get up to 80 credit points. Then we go down to counselling. So we look at counselling, and our students will generally get into very similar. So either things like social work, again, policing. Some students have even applied to nursing qualifications. And even psychology. Some students have been accepted into different universities for a Bachelor of Psychology. So again, something to consider. Early childhood, if you're interested in a career in education and you'd like to maybe study a Bachelor of Early Childhood or maybe even a Bachelor of Primary Education, consider this course. Now, if you're looking at early childhood, a Bachelor in Early Childhood, you could possibly receive 80 credit points. So just to be clear as well, 80 credit points is approximately 1 year off your university studies. So quite a substantial amount of time. Then we look at paralegal studies. Now, in the past, our students have been accepted into many different universities and in many different courses. Of course, a number of our students have aspirations of going on to university and studying law at uni. And certainly in the past, our students have been made offers in this area. As an undergraduate, and this is somebody that hasn't studied at university before, you, as a student studying law, most students, particularly, let's say, a Year 12 student coming into college and then articulating into university, most students will do a double degree in law. So that could be something like an arts law or commerce law or social science and law. And you may again receive some credits towards that degree. Then we look at our business courses. So we look at the business, Diploma of Business, the Diploma of Leadership and Management, the Diploma of Marketing, and the Diploma of Social Media. If you choose to go on to university and study business, then you will also receive some advanced standing. But some of our students in the past have used these qualifications as a stepping stone into another field at university. They may have needed the business skills or the management skills, those fundamental skills that you get in a diploma, and then looked at perhaps a different area altogether at university, maybe even specialising in a particular area at uni, like marketing, accounting perhaps, or one of the other areas of business. Travel and tourism. You can, of course, study the Bachelor of Tourism as well, Tourism Management, and again, receive articulation or credit into a university. Now, by applying for university, we generally do this quite early on in the year now. And as a careers advisor here at ACBC, it's important that we support our students from the moment you join us in many different ways. So not just in that classroom, and then we of course look at work placement, but also when it's time to apply for universities, we have special information sessions on campus where we schedule times to support you in applying to that university. We also provide you with statements to provide to that university, and of course your final statements or transcripts at the end of the year that you would be able to give to that university as a show of evidence that you've completed that qualification. Now, when I talk to students about uni, and I encourage them to continue learning and embrace education and build on and continue building on their academic skills and knowledge. But one thing we do talk about here at ACBC, and I'm sure you've heard us talk about this more than once, is our work placement program ties in very, very nicely with further education. So a number of our students will go into the workplace. They will gain employment in their field, but they will also choose a university pathway as well. In the 21st century, in our current world at the moment, there are so many different ways that we can build on our skills, whether that's that flexibility of online or distance, or perhaps even evening classes. Uni is also quite flexible. So I encourage all of our students not just to put their qualifications, their diploma qualifications on a shelf and use them as a pathway into a university degree, but really get the best out of that qualification. Gain work in your field. And for those of you that are looking at going on to further education, continue working. Because as we spoke about earlier, when we're learning, we learn from many different ways, many different mediums. One is a classroom learning environment. The other is where we learn from each other in the workplace. So we talk about, and as you can see the screen on your computers at the moment, jump the queue and fast track into university. Jump the queue. Well, yes, of course, you're gaining a nationally recognised qualification. You're gaining a set of skills that employers are willing to pay for, so offering you employment opportunities, and you're fast tracking yourself into uni. But at the end of your time at university, you come out with 3, 4, 5 or 6 years of experience to complement your education. The diplomas, as we spoke about, are nationally recognised. So it could be sometimes students travel into different states. I've had students travel into Tasmania or Queensland to study at university, but also continue to work in their fields. ACBC success rate. So laying down those strong learning foundations, giving you those essential research skills and teaching you how to learn independently sets you up for further study at university as well. ACBC over the last 20 plus years, 25 plus years, has strong relationships with universities. Our students turn into successful undergraduates at university as well. You're better prepared for those university studies because you have those underpinning skills and knowledge and experience. Obviously, you're going into that particular university degree with your eyes wide open. You're fully prepared for that, for what it means to be studying law or business or finance and accounting or so on. And then getting ready for and support yourself while you study. So this ties back into our work placement program and those job outcomes. Again, complementing the skills from your current diploma qualifications, industry, and then complementing it on further with your university pathways. I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to just sort of come back to if any of you are interested in getting some more information, or maybe booking a time with myself or Teresa, my colleague, to speak to one of us on campus. Happy to be able to meet and make an appointment with you so we can meet one-on-one. You've got our website. You've also, please don't hesitate to contact us on 9824 0000 or 1300 College. We look forward to hearing from you and wish you the very best. Thank you.